that show that you...
Like, basically this video is
how
to build rapport.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just record that way. How to build rapport.
How to, like, get an edge,
How to get an edge in a competitive market.
Today's video is going to be very important for you. It's going to help you to know how to gain the competitive edge in your market. We're going to give you some good how-to tips. And I'm not going to do it right here. I'm actually going to do it with a seminar. Okay, who is experiencing competition in this market? I can't get a deal because it's competitive, right? And some of the stuff I'm going to talk about now pertains to some questions that Justin was answering earlier, the appraisers and all this stuff. This is overall. Hopefully you guys don't take this lightly. This is the 10,000 foot view, because when you know this, it translates into everything. Here's how you're going to get your edge. Relationships are key in life, and especially in business, and especially in the real estate business, okay? Do not take this lightly. How are you building rapport? How are you building your relationships? This is key. There's a house that I got. There was a competitive house, okay? I'm going to show you the video here in a second. A very competitive house. Lots of people were there. I'm going to dig more in this afternoon about how I got that specifically. But what we're going to talk about in a second, the rapport and how I built that, is how I did it. So this is why you guys are getting this is a 7-minute video. I hope you guys enjoy the firehouse. Pew.
So we started bonding and building that rapport. So then I asked her the all-important question: how much do you want for the property? You know, in a perfect world, if you can wave a magic wand, how much would, is the cash that you need for this? And she kind of thought about it for a second. She said, $75,000. I'd like to have $75,000. She told me there was a few other people that she had been talking with. So a couple of other investors, and I think some other real estate agents. I wasn't exactly sure. But she also told me that there was a company that had, she'd called this company and they'd given her a blind offer. Basically, they wrote her an offer and emailed it to her or mailed it to her or whatever it was.
They just called me, asked me like 10 questions, and then sent me a really, really, really low bid.
So, well, how much did they offer you? And I think she said like $40,000 or $43,000. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, what company in their right mind would hear a situation of a house that's vacant, owned free and clear, fire damaged, that they just send a blind offer out there? Like, I was thinking, like, who would do that? Now, even though there was a little bit of competition, I had to ask that next important question, right? Basically, I said, well, what's it going to take to get it done today? I said, look, you're trying to sell this house. You need money. I found out what she needed and I restated to her, is this exactly what you need? She said, yeah. And I said, look, if I can give you what you need and I can get you that in the next 3 to 4 days, is there any reason you wouldn't want to sell me the property today? And she said, well, no, I mean, that's what I need. I need the property sold quickly, and you need someone to take care of it and somebody that's going to, build it back up and to do the neighborhood justice. And I said, yeah, we're absolutely going to do that. She said, no, if that's what you can do, then I'm willing to do something today. I said, great. So then I got my real estate agent to do all the paperwork, and she signed it up right there on the trash can and put her under contract right then. So after improving the neighborhood and watching this really cool transformation in my first firehouse, I had a net profit of $52,069. My takeaway number 1 for this property was a huge surprise to me. The day after I signed that contract, I went into my office, was talking with my guys, and I just mentioned to them in passing, hey, I signed up a house last night that was a fire damaged house. They said, whoa, wait a second, where was it? I said, it was in Taylorsville. I said, was it on this street? Like, yeah, it was on that street. Why? I said, oh, we sent those guys an offer. And then it hit me. We sent a blind offer to that motivated seller. My team did that. I almost exploded. I was like, are you kidding me, guys? So takeaway number 1, never, ever send a blind offer to a motivated seller. You always meet them in person. When you meet the seller in person and you're out there building a rapport with them and you recognize that there's competition on that property. Takeaway number 2 is, you never leave that property without getting a contract signed. If you don't get the contract signed and you leave that property, your chances of getting that deal go down to almost 0. Because you better believe that next investor that walks in there, he's going to sense there's competition. He's going to do whatever it takes to sign it up right then and there.
The importance of this here is building rapport. Did you guys notice that? I went there was competition. In fact, there were people in this room that were actually competition on that. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know who they were, but I knew there was competition. When I sensed that, I knew I needed to get the contract. But the number 1 thing here, guys, building rapport, and don't take this lightly, right? Like, you have to do this. Whether it be an appraiser at your house and you're trying to get the number that you want, you think they're not people? We're all people, right? Whether it be a wholesaler and you're trying to buy that wholesale deal from them, we're all people. So this isn't just for the appraiser, not just for the wholesaler, it's not just for the seller, it's in life in general. So do not take it lightly. Build rapport with people, okay? So here's the number 1 thing you do to build rapport. This sets everything up. If you forget everything else, I'm going to give you techniques in a second, but if you forget everything else, this is your number 1 thing. You have to truly care about somebody first. Because if you don't, the techniques are worthless. They can tell it's fake, they'll see right through it, and it won't matter. You have to truly care first. People don't care how much you know or what you have to sell until they know how much you care. I go in there, I truly care about them. There's other people in this room right now. Adam, raise your hand. Went to a seminar that I've got, the one I've got out there for sale. He went to that seminar. He's the testimonial in the back that says, I left within, I implemented Andy's number one rule, and I got an extra, how much did that deal? $35,000. So that's important. That's the importance of what we're going to set up here again. I just talked to Justin right here at the back of the room, and he just told me, he's like, hey, some of the stuff you talked about, I put the sticky note there, and I got a deal inked up yesterday or a couple days ago that you're going to make money on, right? Because he went in there and did this stuff, built rapport, truly care. So you have to truly care. So here's some things to remember that show that you care, okay? Number one, in your head, do not fake it. Because if you fake it, they'll know. Smile at people, right? This is a technique, guys. You got to care first. But when you meet somebody, smile at them. Smile with your eyes. And they can tell that you're being genuine with them right there, right? If you do that, that sets up a lot of things. You already get this pleasant feeling with them. And be genuine about it. I mean, you're looking at them and smiling. They can't help but smile back at you, right? That sets this up. Remember their name. When you don't remember somebody's name, it's because you don't care. Offer sincere compliments. This is tough for me. My wife knows that. She chuckles every time with this. But truly, give sincere compliments because that sets up a lot of stuff too. People want to, if you give them sincere compliments, they're gonna be more open to you, right? Offer sincere compliments. Talk about what they want to talk about. We all have our agendas, and what's the most important thing? It's us, right? Talk about me. Here's what I do. Here's what I'm all about. All that stuff. If you truly care about somebody, you'll talk about what they want to talk about. Family. People love to talk about their family. If you're like, I don't know how to bond with them, talk about their family. Do you have a wife, kids? Are you siblings? Tell me about your family. People, and when you start talking about some of these things, they'll either light up and they'll continue down that road, or they'll kind of shut down. They won't want to talk about it. If they shut down and don't want to talk about it, great. Go to the next one. Occupation. What do you do? And if they light up and they want to talk about it, talk more about that. So you're a contractor. Tell me more about that. When did you get your contracting license? If you truly care, you'll be truly interested. You'll ask follow-up questions. Because if I say, what do you do? And you say, I'm a contractor. And I say, great. So tell me about your family. Do I care? No. But if I say, what do you do? I'm a contractor. Really? Like what type of contractor? Well, I'm a this contractor. So you do this? After that third question, they're like, oh, he cares, actually. Then they're going to break down. They're going to tell you. You do commercial, you do residential. How long have you been doing this for? Like, do you do all the work? Does this make sense to you guys? When you ask that follow-up question, they know you care. If you're fake with this, what's your occupation? I'm an insurance guy. Great. What do you like to do? They're like, he didn't care. They're going to shut down. They're going to stop, right? If you're perceptive to that, and I'm extremely perceptive to that, it's just one of the things I am, I shut down. This is why people say I deflect. I won't talk about me. When I'm sensing somebody doesn't care, I'm going to shut it down. Right there. You're not going to get it from me. This is the reason. I'm not going to go there. Watch my weekly shows and think back on this if you want to, and then it'll go. Recreation. Okay? You're drawing a family, they're blocking. Occupation, they're blocking. Recreation. Everybody has something they love to do, right? What do you love to do? You know, I like to kite surf. When they light up about that, go there with them. You'll learn something, and they'll be building rapport with you. You'll have fun with it. I just love learning about people. Whatever they light up about, recreation. I have a season pass somewhere skiing. Great, where? You like to ski? You ski or snowboard? Like, dig in, ask those follow-up questions. They'll know you care, right? Dreams. If they shut down there with recreation. Dreams. What do you want to do? What's your dream? Some people have some crazy dreams, right? And like, they want to talk about them. So let them talk about it. If somebody comes and talks to me, and it's very rare, but right now, of all the businesses and stuff I'm doing, for some odd, weird reason, I'm passionate about I love real estate stories. Right? That's why I show the videos. That's why I talk about it all the time. But you know how many people come up to talk to me about it? None. That's cool. I mean, I don't care because I'm going to deflect. And if people are fake about it, it's right. I mean, I'm not going to do that. I'll deflect and go somewhere else. But isn't it interesting that they don't find out, like, well, why do you do that? What are you doing this for, right? It's weird, but it's just something, right? It's just something there. Talk to people about this stuff. So forward, remember this stuff. Then once they say something from one of those things, connect with them on that. You can relate with them on something. And if you can't, find a way to connect with them. You've got to connect. And once you connect with them, you've got that, then you're 90% of the way there. You're in rapport with them. You know, you're from Germany. I've got a friend, actually, who lives there that's from Germany or whatever. Or I love this. I mean, I remember this funny experience from Germany or whatever, right? You're connecting. You connect with them. Once you met, you can make a connection on your phone. Oh, you've got a cat? I've got a cat. Check out my cat. Or you've got kids? I got kids, right? Now all of a sudden you're connecting with them. Once you've made that connection, you're friends. You're no longer an unwelcome guest or an unwelcome pest. You're a welcome guest. They're friends with you. Your acquaintances, you're building that friendship. So find that common ground and connect with them on that. Again, all these are all things. You truly care. These are techniques you can do, but if you truly care, you'll do it naturally. Okay? I don't think about this stuff when I go meet with sellers. I just care. I really just care. When I get on site, I get into the seller, I call it the seller vortex, which is why I can't do it anymore, because it takes up so much of my time. I'm there for them. However long that takes, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna dive deep, I'm gonna get to know them, and I'm gonna truly care about them. If it takes 3 hours, I'm ignoring the rest of the outside world. My wife knows this about me. Oh, you're going to see a seller? We might just have dinner without you. Because she knows if I'm there, I am there for a purpose. I care about them. I am deep in there, and it's not fake. So this is how I get the edge, okay? Be genuinely interested in what they have to say. Active listening. You guys tell when somebody's listening actively? When you ask them that question, you ask follow-up questions, they know you're actively listening. Or you say something, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, oh yeah, so tell me this. And I'm kind of engaging with you, and I'm nodding. That's that active listening. It encourages them to continue talking. You ask a follow-up question, and they're like, oh, he cares. They'll keep giving more, giving more. Nod, interested, lean into them, touch them, do all those things you'll do naturally if you actually care, if you're interested, right? They'll like you and they won't even know why. And you can get them to talk about them. Do that. You already know about you, know about them. Share enough and connect with them, but you're there for them. They'll like you and they won't mind. That means they're in rapport with you. How do you know when you're in rapport? You'll feel it. Who here hasn't experienced that? You feel it. You haven't experienced rapport. When you're in there with somebody, and you know that you're friendly, they're responding to you, they're smiling at you, they're like, oh yeah, and it's just like a friendship. There's like natural talk. It's not this, here's what I can do, here's what I can do. It's natural, it flows, right? You'll feel that. So once you've done all these things, you'll feel it. And once you feel it, you're there, that's when you can start talking about the business if you want to. I don't like to do it until then. You feel when you're in rapport with them.
Okay, so since you're at the end of this video and you endured to the whole thing, I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll let you in a little secret. I've been keeping a video journal for the last 6 months about a special project I've been doing. And next week's video, you're gonna see it all.